on
Okay,
5. So whenever you're sore, I want you to just walk, like do
Okay.
something low impact, low impact.
Yeah.
Walking less, don't make it into a workout, don't try to do another workout if
Yeah.
you're that sore, you know
No,
what I
I
mean?
did, like, I just spent a lot of time on one foot.
Perfect.
Like,
And that's-
throughout the week. Yeah.
And has this been, have you added anything to incorporate to your work, like standing up? Posture?
Yes, I've been mindful and a nap. I took a nap yesterday, but yeah, being mindful of just getting up and moving and even, like I just telling myself like Superwoman.
Yep.
And I
That's
noticed that like when I'm driving or if I'm walking out to feed the horses, just like shoulders up. And
To engage.
yeah, and that's actually probably the thing that I've done most consistently is like, all right, just feel my belly back and like,
So look at the stepping stones on there.
Yeah.
You're listening and you're adapting this into your lifestyle, not the other way around. You gotta make it work for you.
Yeah.
For however long you stay with me or you don't stay with me, I wanna give you tools that are gonna last a lifetime.
yeah. So,
Um, So, very cool. I'm glad, that's kudos to you, and if you ever need any help, I'm a text away.
Okay,
If you have Jimmy, I'm really sore, or there's something in there, I don't mind, like, I'm not gonna spend hours on it, but I can give
Yeah.
you little tidbits or
Okay.
helps, or I'll shoot a short little 30-second video, because when people ask me for questions, I basically do a short little video and put it on, like, unlisted on YouTube, but it's me explaining or doing this move, so that way it will makes it, because if you had this issue, somebody else has it too.
Yeah.
So I have an arsenal of
So just-
thousands
yeah.
of videos that are just like, who men, from the martial arts to the fitness into the self-defense, but it's all on there serving people, especially rehab, you know what I mean, and in your body moving.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is, legs are okay,
Yeah, thanks again.
so I'm gonna show you a little bend, I'm gonna give you a little bit of a tool, so you know body weight, you can get a great workout, and we can go to any direction that you want. So whenever you want something more, less of, the same of, totally different, you just say, Jimmy, can we do some weights? Can we do something else? This is your time, so I wanted to make sure that you get.
Yeah, and I think to start with, I'm just gonna search.
Okay.
Yeah,
So these are resistance bands, and remember I was telling you on
Yeah.
Amazon, these
Yeah.
are great little tools that you can go and take anywhere. And this, I'm gonna show you how to get your heart rate up without doing like hard intensity training. So we're gonna basically, I'm gonna put this around your waist and we're gonna walk for 2 minutes, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit of resistance. We're gonna go 30-second increments. So you're gonna walk forward, you're gonna basically like walk, but I want you to walk using your hands,
Okay.
not just your arms down. I want you to create this, because as we're moving, your core is starting to activate.
Okay.
And then the next 30 seconds, I'm gonna say, turn around, face me. You're gonna walk backwards with this band right around your waist.
Okay.
Okay, and I won't let it go. I've never had I have had one guy who was a super heavyweight, and I was like, dude, why are you using the smallest band? He's all I was like, and then he snapped it. I was like, what do you think's gonna happen?
Okay.
So we're gonna go, and I'm gonna put my little, come on, or can you hold that for a second? Boom. And then we'll go 30 seconds. And then I'll just do the,
I'm just walking around the room.
yeah, just walking, because I want to get you, you're gonna see, and we'll start at even, and here we go at 10, yep. And just like that, just a good, and then the next 30 seconds, you're gonna do the same thing. And then we're gonna go, for the second round, we're gonna go a little bit of a heavier pace.
Okay.
Everything's okay, good job, yep. And kind of swing those arms going back, yep. And just kind of go square to square. First, gonna get my vertical going really bad. No.
No, I'm glad I'm off the boat finally.
Oh,
Last
good,
time when I
good.
was here, I was,
2, 1, now turn around and face me. And we're gonna still go backwards that same way. And so I want you to drive in, so yep. We'll cut the corner, go all the way down, so that way slow down, there we go. You're gonna feel like you're a forest there. And I'll cut the corner, perfect. There you go, driving in on your heels. You're sinking your weight down, there you go. Good, cut that corner. Perfect.
yeah, I can feel that in my voice.
Yeah, can you? Okay,
Yep.
feel the heart rate coming up, good
Yes.
resistance. Okay, good. 5 more seconds, and we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go one more time, like a little forward. 3, 2, 1. One more
I feel like I
time.
should be winning.
Yep. There you go. Good job. Excellent job, Helen, you got it. 25 seconds. Did you give your husband the bottom exercise I call him?
I don't know what that one was.
But you gave him something that you learned here, right?
We did a little bit of like the knee and ankle tapping.
Good. 5 more seconds.
Oh, that's crazy. I wondered.
2 and 1. And that last 30 seconds. You okay?
Yep.
Got the corner. Good job. That's it. So you see how we're going no impact.
Yeah, it's working me.
Yep. And this is good for everybody. And at the same time, I'm getting a workout. So your husband, yes, cut that corner, can hold, get his arms, his back. And it's a lot of trust too with her. So always that person hold one up, one down.
Good terms.
Yep, yeah. 10 seconds. Good job. Cut that corner, perfect. I got one timer there, one here. 3, 2, 1. Good job. But you see, this is a good
Wow.
2-minute warm up to get the heart rate, get the body. So when you're ever going out, you want to warm up safe. I don't believe like sitting on the treadmill for 30 minutes. I was like, oh my gosh, like this is in there. But what can I do? Intensity that's going to be short, that's going to hit it in a good, safe atmosphere. And as you're going back, you're building up those tendons and it stabilizes too. Okay, so now, actually, I'll give you need water. Okay. So this one, we're gonna do 2 shuffles. So you're gonna have this on the side, and I always want you to, when you get bends, once you're ready, I always want you to do the full loop, not the therapy bands that you have to tie in. These are more universal, a little bit stronger, and whenever you keep the bends, keep them out of direct sunlight and cold temperatures. I've had these for a long time, and they've lasted, and they're worth a little investment. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna go out, you're gonna hold, you're gonna walk from this tape line to this other tape line, and I'm gonna hold kind of like I'm Frankenstein. The more I want my glutes to work, the higher I raise my shoulders. So we're gonna go 2 times, back and forth. Yep. Perfect. Yep, right in there. And then you're just gonna hold that out. Yep. And imagine like you're like a box. Yep, perfect. So now we're building up this area as much as those, and then you're just gonna walk. Yep. Charlie in the chocolate factory. People are like, what are you talking about? No. Yep. Good job. Yep. And rest right there, and then we'll go one more time. Are you okay?
Yep.
Okay, good.
Jumping jacks and just go.
Yes. I'm gonna give you a lot of unconventional funky exercises that you're not gonna see at the normal gym, you know what I mean? But stuff that hits and stabilizes, because I want to connect the neurological and the mind, body, and everything. Good job. Nice. How'd that feel? You felt that on the glutes?
Yeah.
So now, here's the benefit. So now we're gonna make a little bit more resistance. So I'm gonna have this around your ankles. And what I'm gonna do is you're gonna put this right on this ankle. And we're gonna do like shuffle. But what I want you to do is shuffle, keep the tension, don't allow the slack on the bends.
Okay.
So as I'm going here, I'm gonna step. If I wanna work more of my glutes, I'm gonna pivot my toe inward. So I'm hitting more of those glutes. As soon as I go this side, I'm gonna step back. So we're gonna go, this one's gonna slide, this one's gonna come back, forth. And your goal is to keep that tension. We're really working that outer thighs and all that. So yep, form it in half. Yep, and it doesn't have to be a twist. It could be straight in there. Perfect. Yep. Yeah, and we're just gonna go, yep, so your foot, there's that tape line, keeping that tension. There you go. Now have your hands independent, because now I want this to work your core and in those obliques. Every time you're stepping out, good job. Now coming back this way. Keeping that tension. Good. And we're gonna go one more time. Once you're there, you gotta keep that nice and tight. Good wide stance. Good. Now coming back. This side. Yeah. You never ride the horse sideways like this? No, I'm gonna start a new trend. No. Yep.
It's a lot of groundwork.
Oh, I got you.
Maybe I will, no, because I noticed my like hips and knees bother me when I try.
Good job. All right. Perfect. Yep, we felt that on
Yeah.
those. Yep. Okay, so now
Yeah,
We're
my back's
gonna-
gonna be sore. this
Yeah.
week.
we're gonna do some stuff with the band today. I figured, and then we're gonna mix and match. Next week, we're gonna do some stuff with the weights, but I want you to feel like the elasticity instead of going in hard. And I want your bodies to get accumulated with new movements, new muscle groups. So this one, we're gonna work our glutes and our hamstrings. So this, I'm gonna have this right on my foot. I dictate how much tension I want. If I want less, I go up over here. So actually, I'll show it on this side. So, and always on the band, have that foot right on here. So I press down. I'm all for, as soon as I go out here, and then we're gonna work our core. After, we're gonna come back, keep this tucked in, but don't allow the slack to come all the way down. As soon as that goes there, we're gonna go 5 times or 10 times. Boom, lock. No, 5 times. Because after 5, then we're gonna raise it 5. And then we're gonna go out 5. So we're gonna go 3 exercises off of 1 to really get the glutes. Yep, and as long as you get right in the arch of your foot. And then, yep, and that one goes in there. Now, as this goes in, I want you to activate your belly button into your spine. And as you kick back, I'm gonna guide your leg. Yep, perfect. There's 1. Yep, excellent. 2, good. 3, good. Now focus on squeezing your glutes as, or your left butt cheek, pardon my French, but
That's right,
3,
that's what it is.
4, yeah, and 5. Now push this hip down towards me. Keep this leg straight out that I'm tapping.
Okay,
So straight out. Now I want you to raise right there. 1, keep that hip locked in. There you go. 2, good. 3, 4, 1 more. 5, keep this leg out here. Now you're gonna bring it towards me. There's 1, good. Keeping that hip locked in place. 2, 3, good job. 4 and 5, excellent. And relax. You feel that on
Yeah.
your glutes, no pain?
no, I mean, I feel it, but it's not painful.
Okay. And like I said, remember the pain, the difference from hurting pain to just muscle working. Is that sun in your eyes? No, you're good. Okay. I brought your hat, so
I
you're like,
brought
I'm
us
pretty.
it's up on the back, so.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, and so when this goes in there, lock in that hip. There you go. Squaring that hip, looking straight down. 2, good job. 3, and slow and control. Way to control that movement. 4, 5. And now legs straight out. Yep. And then, yep, good job. And then raising that foot 1. Excellent. Keep that hip pointing down. There you go. So you're connecting this, making the back work. Good. 4, 5. Now bringing that leg out towards me. There you go. 1, 2. Good job. 3, 4, 5. Good job. And relax. Perfect. Now we're going to go in and we're going to work 4 on all 4. So the wider my base is, the more I'm going to work my obliques. If this hurts your knees on anything, let me know.
Okay,
And so my goal is I want to match my kneecaps and my hands. I don't want to be inside. So I might be right in here and I want to be about 6 to 12 inches apart. Okay, as soon as I go in here, you're going to hold 20 seconds. I'm going to have you look straight down. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a foam on your back. I want to have 3 contacts, your head, back, and your bottom.
okay.
So you're looking straight down. When I say lift up your left hand, you're gonna hold that for 20 seconds, and then you're gonna lift up your right leg, and you're gonna lock in. Let me grab my little tool, so this way it stays up, and you can do this with a stick as well. And this, you don't have to have a foam, but the stick will, this half foam stays on there. Okay, so 3 points of contact, head, back. Good, yep, and that's fine with the hair too. So as long as, and see, now you are perfectly straight. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So now when you're ready, Lift out that left hand, looking straight down there, 35, going to the 15. Oh, so just this way down, yep. And just keeping that hand down there. And if this hurts your wrist, let me know. Yep, slightly bend, good. You got 7 more seconds, and then we're gonna lift out that leg. And 3, 2, 1. Now lifting out that leg, keeping those contacts, keep that back on there. There you go. Good job. Holding, breathing. Good job. Ten seconds left. 8, 7, 6. Excellent. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Then you can relax, shake it out, then we can come back in. Wrist okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
And so that's exactly what you did is a slight bend. That way you're not dorsiflexing, and this is where the that little pad will, or the handles will come in. Once you're ready, and we're going to go with your right arm. Good. 18. Good. And so feel that conscious with the back. Yep. Upper back's touching head, back, and bottom. Good job. You got 10 seconds left. 4, 3, 2, 1. Left leg. There you go. Keeping those hips. Good job. Keeping that head postured up. Right in that position. Excellent work. 7 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Good job. So see, by having something on here, you can consciously think, am I straight and am I aligned? Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to lay on your back. We're going to go with another bend, and now I'm going to work that hamstring with the stretch. I would start off bluer, which is a little, and I'll show you what we're doing first. So I'm going to go in here. So as this leg, I want you to just pull back. You're going to get an arm workout with both arms, and then you're going to pull this down to the ground. And you're going to go 10 times. Yep. As that holds there, perfect. Now keep the hands so they're stationary right there. So I want you working your bicep and the back of your leg. You okay? And here we go. There you go. Good. Now try to keep it up off of your chest so we can isolate. Good. See how this is working?
Yeah.
3. Good job. 4. Now, if you can slightly bend this leg a little bit? There you go. That way we keep that same motion. Good. Right to there. Because we don't want to lock out our joints. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Got that.
7. Yep. So this will be really good. There you go. Excellent. Keeping that leg. Yep. And just connecting that mind and the body to work together. Last one, Helen. 10. Good job. And you see, it's a 2-for-1 special.
Yeah, cool.
So you get a hamstring and a bicep. So the more I want
can
my,
totally zone out doing this too.
Yeah.
Like mindfulness.
the more I want my arms, instead of resting here, I take them up away. So as this goes here, I hold, and this is gonna come down, but I don't want this to be anchored down. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Good job on. Yep. Knees perfect. So focus in on pulling here and on the biceps, right? Which is right in that. Good job. And 3. Good work. 1. Good. 6. 7. 2. 1. Good job. You feel how that's 2-for-1. So
Yeah.
now, this is the next one that we're gonna do, is I'm gonna be anchored down. Actually, yeah. So, actually, yeah, let's go standing. Actually, standing or laying down. Actually, laying down. Yeah. So instead of grabbing both of the bands, you want it harder or more tension, we just double up the bands. So starting off with this one, what I want you to do is start about shoulder width.
Yeah.
And we're gonna work where this comes down to pull down. Now, as my back goes up, I don't wanna come back all the way up. I wanna keep the tension on the bands at all times. Anytime we're doing band work, you wanna keep that tension on there. Okay, so what I want you to do is pause and hold it down to stretch. Coming up, 1. And then activating your back, so that you're gonna now connect what we were doing with your hamstring. I want you to connect this as you're pulling down, and I want that core engaged, not up in here where it's like putting that gap. So as soon as this is down, see how my core is engaged?
Yep.
Now I'm going down and I'm pressing, and I want you to pause for 1 second, come back up, keep that tension, come back down.
Okay.
Whether blue or red, I think blue will be good. Holy moly, thank you. I was telling you how good they lasted, and then that one was not.
And then here one day using them.
Shoot, no, holy moly, that one's going over there. You want a blue one?
I can double up on this one, that's fine.
Where did I? Then, oh, because I put that away, but I think my kids didn't put it back on my side. Yeah, this one's better. I just did my hand inspection. And so, yep, and we're gonna go down, and so your goal is to have your forearms go completely sideways on the mat. You're gonna pull from your lats. There you go. 1. 2. 2. 3. So this is getting our delts and our lats. Throw that on there.
So much.
Okay, we'll go back, and that's fine. Maybe slightly bend those arms a little bit now, as opposed to straight. And so try to imagine your elbows coming down first, keeping those arms bent. There you go. Is that a little bit better? There you go. Elbows are bent. Good, good. So we're gonna focus on that muscle part that we're working. 7, 8, 9. I'm never wrong with 1. No. 9, good job. 2. Perfect. So this one is gonna be another core one for like you and your husband to do. So if he's laying down and we're gonna lay down, you're gonna grab one side of the, you're gonna grab the bed, and we're gonna hold this stationary right in front of your chest.
Okay.
My goal is I'm gonna go over to the sideways, okay? So as I go here, you're not gonna let that band move.
Okay.
So if I twist, I'm going here, I'm gonna go 1, boom, 2. I'm twisting using my feet, 3, getting my obliques, 4, and 5. Now you do your 5.
And then twisting my whole body.
Yep, twisting your whole body, using your leg to push off, using your right leg to push off. And yep, there you go. 2, good. And resting that head so it just rotates on the ground. 3, 4, good job. And 5, feel that on your obliques. Now we're gonna go a little like out and shout. We're gonna do another 5, and then we're gonna turn around. Actually, you don't have to turn around.
Okay.
You'll stay right there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 5 here. If you want this harder, you hold this straight.
Okay.
Easier is gonna be bent in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go my 5. I'm going down 1. You can see how I'm rolling, twisting. This leg's doing the work. My obliques is doing the work. 3, 4, 5, and now you're 5. Well, your tension, is that easy or?
That's good.
Okay, 2. Good job. 3, good. 4, 6. And so what this is doing is working a lot of a compound movement. Your core is working, your shoulders are stabilizing, you're pushing off, you're stretching at the same time. So it's a multiple one. Yep, you're good right there. And then I will go down on this side. So you ready? So I'm gonna go 5 on here. 1, good, 2. And see, I control the movement. 3. At all times, arms are slightly bent. 4, and 5. 1, good. 2. What is that? Okay.
Yep.
All right. So we're gonna go a little, one more set of 5. You ready? Here's 1, 2. And see, when I come back, I don't let that tension come down. Good. 3. And see, you're giving it by stabilizing 4. So it's a 2 for 1 special. You got all specials today. It's on the menu.
You get a workout all with all your kinds.
Some, yeah, some of them, but doing the groups, but it's a lot more personal because everybody brings so many different things. And some people want self-defense, some people want fitness, some kickboxing. I was like, oh, so it keeps me on my toes. Good job. Perfect. Good work.
I like the bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the thing, if you can, carabiner, so now I'm gonna show you like how we're gonna get like another one they have, and getting any at Walmart handles or any old, like, just anything that you can get that has a little bit easier, so that way it's not gonna burn this hands. I mean, these are good. Harbor Freight, get these anchors down in here. You probably already have them, especially with your horses, or you can probably tie a loop
Okay.
and you know how to tie a loop and anchor it down. But I would have a band that's, or this like straight up and down that I have match your knees, your hips, and your chest, your shoulders.
Okay.
So that way it's related to you. If your husband's this tall, match his knees, match his, and having 2 sets of them is gonna make like, oh, here's his set, here's my set, or I can go all the way through. But this is on here. So now this is where I go with the red ones. Boom, boom, just to get the muscles working out. So we're gonna go like 5 presses. So I want you to press, stabilize. If you go straight, you're gonna be straining a little bit on your back. So we're gonna do 2 sets. And then I want you to switch your stance on the 2. So the first one we're gonna go is I want 5. I want you to come without letting the bands touch your shoulders, because I want to stabilize all of this. If I want harder, I'm gonna step out. If I want easier, I step back. So you dictate this, but at all times you're engaging this. So you are going right at shoulder level. We're gonna go 5 presses, boom, rest, and then we're gonna come back the other side for another 5. Okay.
What does the different stance do? Just work in different parts of your core?
It's just stabilizing both of your alignment with your back instead of us just favoring one side and going through 10 reps. I want you to be in there so you're back and you're used to like a lunge motion, and then staggered your stance so you're not walking like a tightrope there, because now you see how your base is solid. So in there, and then cheat over a little bit. There you go, perfect. And then as you go in there, 1, yep, and then coming back, engage that core. Press and squeeze 2. Good job. That's it. 3. Perfect form. It's like a Kodak moment. Good. And if it's too light, you can go 10 reps, but you be the judge, or 7 or 8 or 6. That's 7 right there. So 8. Perfect. And now let's just rest for a second, and then we can switch your stance. Because now I want this to get the neurological to work in both stances too. If we're only always favoring one side, well, God forbid, we get hurt. And then we're like, well, what do I do? And then we'll make it harder when you're stabilizing something off with just like a little body weight. And then heat over a little bit that way. There we go. Perfect. Yep. Just because can you feel the bands, how they go in there? So if it feels awkward, like, oh, I gotta adjust. Yep. And good stance. So we're gonna go 8 on this one. 1. Good. Core is engaged, belly button to your spine. 2. Good job. See how you're controlling that? Not once as your back coming back. Arching 3, good. 5, good. 6.
I
7,
definitely feel wobbly on the side.
yeah. 8, good job. And then, yep, coming back. Okay, so now we're gonna do another, now we're gonna really look at back. And it's gonna be a little bit of the delts as well. So as I'm in here, the wider, I'm gonna put a little visor up on it. I'm gonna, can I borrow your hat? No, I'm kidding.
You should take it off. if you want.
I'll put my little, so the wider I go here, I want my palms back, facing away. So I want you to go back and I want you to pause that Wonder Woman. And I want you to hold that out for 1 second. So it starts out wide, but comes in closer. And this one, you are gonna be squared up. I'm gonna cover that little line. Or the little window. There we go. That's it.
It's good.
Uh, Straight out or skip just a little bit. And then when you're starting here, you're gonna start out wide, yep. And then you're gonna come back. And when you come back, stick out that chest. Now focus in on these areas that I'm touching. Feel that, focus on that, good, 2. And you're gonna work here in this. 3, good. Breathe. Pull from the back, there you go, 4, excellent. Now,
5, we're doing 8.
6, yep, we're gonna get 8. You okay?
Yep.
Core's engaged, good, keeping that chest up, keeping your back nice and straight, there you go. Good job, and then relax. And
It
you
just
see,
feels awkward too, but I feel it.
yeah, when
Yeah.
we start bowing, that's when our form's gonna be in here, so this
Okay.
is where I want to get, it's like,
Mental.
I'm not a chiropractor, but you're gonna get readjusted with a good alignment with exercises, you know what I mean?
No, I love it.
So now, we're gonna work our biceps. So I want you to have palms up and imagine your arms are on a table.
Okay.
You're gonna curl your palms to your forehead, but I don't want this to come in. I want these to be straight. So if I need it harder, I step back. And as I'm here, legs are slightly bent. As I pull to my forehead, I stop right there and I come back. 1, 2. So I don't want this.
Mhm.
See, I want your elbows to stay in front of you. Make the biceps work 100%. And so, yep, you're right on that table and then maybe stepping back a little bit. Now have those arms extended out. There you go. So as that goes out, now you're resting right there and you're gonna curl right to your, yep, there's 1. Excellent. We're gonna go 6 to 8. Good, 2. And give me a little pause. Control this with your stomach. Going back, 3. There you go. And then with your legs. 4. Excellent. Way to keep that elbows up. 5. Good job. 6. You got 2 more in you?
Yep.
Yep. Good work. 7. Don't forget to breathe. 8. Good job. And so by you anchoring down, you're getting all of this. So now we're going to have these elbows. We're going to step in a little bit. Now we're going to have our arms going down. So now I want your thumbs to come right to the side of your legs. We're going to hit this back on here. We're going to go 8, 1. Good. So elbows next to your side. There you go. 2. Feel that here?
Yep. And then the back arms.
Yep. 3. Excellent. 4. Good job. Good posture. Good. Staying straight. 5. 3 more in you. 6. 7. 1 more. 8. Good job. Excellent. How's that
I
feel?
like it. I like doing the arm stuff.
Yeah.
Makes me
So-
feel tougher.
Yeah. Well, and this is something that's gonna be really, really, really good because now we're gonna, I mean, everything in your arms and we're gonna turn getting that a little bit more stronger. And by we have to add some resistance. Body weight straight. This is another tool. The dumbbells are gonna be, all these are just gonna be tools on here. And the more options we have, the more you get to choose from, instead of like, okay, you're gonna do the same thing for the next 3 weeks and then I'll see you again.
Yeah.
Which drives me bonkers when I see trainers on there. I'm like, dude. Talk to them, be with them,
Yeah.
like, don't just, okay, I'll be right there and then you're on your phone. I'm like, oh my God, that just, I wanna. It eats my high, cause they're paying, and they're paying a premium price for a
Yeah.
shitty service, pardon my French.
Well, I appreciate, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so here I want you to form a triangle,
Okay,
okay, and your hands are gonna be here, you're gonna stay here, you're gonna be coming back and like stretching. So I'm bring this in front, but I keep that and I go right behind my head.
okay,
Okay, so the triangle could be here, or I might need a little bit more, so we're gonna go 5. But I want you to control, even if it's right to there, it doesn't have to be in the back of your head.
okay.
But I want you to, you're gonna
Just
feel this
moving
on
my
the
hands.
traps. Yep,
I'm just moving.
yep, just like that. There you go, 1, perfect, and keeping that in front. Yep. 2. And try to almost go all the way back. There you go, 3. Good, you feel that here?
Yeah, my lower back.
4, yep. Good job, 1 more. Good, look at that stretch. Each time we got a little bit further. Good job. Okay. Now we're gonna go back to core. See how one anchor, that there's tons of stuff that you can do off of the bends. And this is gonna be, what I want you to do now is we're gonna pivot. And we're gonna add a compound, actually, we're gonna really work our core. This hand, so whenever you're in bends, don't be out here, because you see how it's kind of crooked.
Yeah.
So try to be aligned with the bends on that. If you feel like, oh, so you pull, oh, let me see, am I close to this? If I'm back here, if I'm over here, I don't want that pulling
Okay.
different. So what my goal, your goal is you're gonna have this hand, and if I want it harder, I go further. And I want my feet closer together as opposed to wider. Wider is gonna be easier, but I want your core to be working and your chest to be working and your shoulder. So we got, it's another special, multiple
Okay.
movements. So I'm gonna go right to that side. I'm gonna hold it for 1 second. 1, I stop right to the outside of my shoulder. 2, boom, I stop right there. Control it with my obliques, control it with my feet. Everything's on here. We're gonna go 6 on one side and 6 on the other. Yep, so, yep, right in there, perfect. And then hands independent, because when we anchor down, we're giving ourselves a helping hand.
Yeah, thanks
Right.
for doing that. This is a-
Yep, and that way your core is gonna be working even more. Good job, yep, 1, perfect, good, and keeping that hip nice and straight. 2, good. Focus on squeezing that chest, good, 3. Excellent, 4. 1 more. Good job, 6. Good job on not wanting that, because people tend to turn and keep that in there. We see how the handles make it a little bit
Yeah.
easier.
For sure.
And so hand independent, feet a little closer. There you go. I know you're like, this is not a good horse.
I appreciate the reminders.
Yep. You're just going right there. Good. Keeping that hip nice and straight. That's it. 2. Good. Slow and control. You control that movement. Good job. 3. 4. 5. Perfect. Now we're gonna go back 6. Good job. Now we're gonna add a little bit more of a twisting motion. So I want you to, so this we're gonna start small, like next to our body.
Okay.
I'm gonna step out, toes gonna point towards the garage. I'm gonna pivot, I'm gonna press, I'm gonna hold. I come back, 1. I step out, twist, pivot, stabilize. This is gonna be like a compound movement, your back, everything. The more muscles I'm activating, the more your core is gonna be working. Okay, yep. And so when you step, make sure to step back, pause, pivot, push out forward. And then I want you to really reach like you're
Okay.
gonna give me a high 5. Yep, so see, step out a little bit more. There, you'll see how that pivot, now punch, yes, there you go. And you feel good job on coming back. And now reverse it, that foot down, that comes back. 1. We're gonna go 10, 2, good. That's it, 3. Perfect, way to keep that arm independent. Good job, 4. 5. 6. See by you twisting, feel how that's working that stomach. You got 4 more in. Yep. Job. Good job. Way to pivot on the ball of your foot. We want to get your whole body moving. So on this one, and just going back, so maybe I make step 1, step 2. I'm gonna pivot, step 3. In there. Step, pivot, good. There you go. 1, perfect. Good job. That's it, 2. And then step in a little bit more towards me. There you go. Now you can go in there. Feel how that gets that. And maybe not as, yep, not as big. There you go. There. 4. Good job. And you're gonna find that natural movement. 5. Excellent work. 6. Good job. Plus, you're gonna get creative with bends too. And that's the thing when you're training, I want to have something fun that's not like, oh, I'm gonna do the same thing. We're gonna redo this whole workout again, but we're gonna do it in another. So this one I want you to have like you have rings up there.
Okay.
Imagine your hands are on your head. So first thing I want you to do is I just want you to pull straight down. 1, boom. We're gonna go 10 times. After that, I want you to rest this on your head. And then I want you to crunch. 1. You control by rounding your back. So as opposed to just like, oh, see how my back is straight?
Yep.
I want you to round that back and control that.
Okay.
So we're gonna go 10 pulls, 10 crunches. Yep. And so, yep, right on there. And then we're just gonna go imagine. And if you want it harder, you step out a little bit.
And then I'm pulling it.
Straight down to your armpits. 1, good. So as you come back, focus on squeezing this area. There you go. 2. Yep, imagine there's pinching my fingers. There you go. 3, good job. Give it a little pause right there. 4, excellent. 5, good job. Got 5 more. 6. Perfect, good control. 7. Excellent. 8. 9, 1 more. 10, perfect. So imagine our hands are like on the side, and then we are just gonna round, imagine like you're a cat.
And how far am I going down?
As far as you can, rounding this. There you go. 1. And then when you come back right there, keep the tension. There you go. 2. Then okay, rounding this back. There you go. Squeezing those abs. 3. Excellent. 4. 5. Good job. 6. There you go. You go like a Halloween black cat. 7. Good. Rounding there. 8. Excellent. Good job. Keeping that control. 9. Last one. 2. Good job. So you see how,
Yeah,
I'm sure you have something probably in your barn that you can create.
no, we've been talking about doing something with was half of our garage too.
And if you
Yeah.
guys need any help, just let me
Yeah.
know, cause
Okay.
I'll give you like where to
Even
get
like
it.
this kind of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, where to get it, how much, like Harbor Freight, like doing it on next to nothing as opposed,
Okay.
we might already have some stuff that you are
Yeah.
there. So if you
Okay.
need, I have no problem
Yeah, okay.
going over and like, hey, I would add this, and all you do is take what's useful, garbage out the
Okay.
rest. You know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like, oh, I have to do this his way. No, you have to do it to make it work for
Right.
both of you, not the
Okay.
other way around.
Yeah.
So we're gonna come back. Now, what I want you to do, before we did this motion, right?
Mhm.
So now I want you to come underneath. And I want your pinkies to come out. So it's kind of like a chest fly, but we're gonna come down. And now it's gonna go underneath the elbows as opposed to out on the hands. So as I go out here, we're gonna go 5 and squeeze right there. It's gonna touch your ribs.
Yeah.
But I want you to have this motion where we're going right below, matching your belly button.
Okay.
And as you do this, your hands can turn in.
Okay.
So I always do it with my hands open so people can see the hands rotate. And so, yep, and so we're gonna start out a little bit like a fly, yep, and if you need a little bit more tension, you just adjust. Now just widen that base, there you go, because if this is in here, when we're starting to go here, you're gonna be on that tight rope. And so as we're here, we're gonna turn, arms, squeeze that chest, there you go, way to keep that underneath. 1, good, holding, 2, good. Excellent. 3. Does your husband work?
He works for the fire department.
Okay, 5. If he's ever off during a day that it works, we'll switch your stance and we're going. That way, we can, you guys both can be each other's anchors.
Okay.
So he can work out with you and see like, oh, it's something different. That's, I mean, I'm sure he has all the other stuff, but he's gonna have
Well,
different
yes,
muscle.
he gets paid for working out.
I know.
Take advantage of it.
So same thing right in here, and then we're gonna go in there and squeeze, and there you go, 1, good. One time, thank him for his service, because man, that is, which, fire department?
He's at the, office of by the police station, he's a deputy fire marshal,
Oh, okay,
so he does like, things to keep the guys on the line, the other guys on the line.
gotcha. 4, I had a buddy of mine that was a retired Steve O'Malley, who was a chief,
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
name, yeah,
and, yeah, last one. And another kid, well, I call him a kid, but he's like a grown man with kids. Good job. And you feel the difference when we turn, this is actually rotating and then we're connecting, getting a rotator
yeah,
cuff
go
getting,
here and.
good job. Okay, so now
Chest is gonna be.
Yeah.
sore.
you're, and this is where I want the whole body. So we got a good little cardio that you saw with the band. Like, oh, it's just different. So now this is what I want you to do is I want you to have your palms like starting out this way. And then when you pull back, pull to your ribs. I want this rotation to stretch out and then pulling back and pausing. So we're gonna go 10 of those.
Starting out here.
And then we're gonna go palms like there.
Starting
Yep,
out.
because you see how this, so I want this whole rotator cuff. When this toes back to turn,
Okay.
and then when you start to pull, you're gonna twist with your palms facing up as close to your ribs as possible. Good, 1. Yep, and then try to pinch my finger. There you go. 2, excellent job. 3, good, and see how you're controlling that movement. 4, good job. 5, yeah, 5 more in. 4 coming. 6. Mhm. Mhm. That's not him, no. And I was gonna report you if you weren't doing the phone
Yeah,
work.
right, No, I like that one.
So you see, as you're rotating, I want to stretch, I want to get your full rotation, and with dumbbells, you can't use this type of motion. You can do it, but it's not nearly as. It's just different. So this next one, I call them King Kong curls. So palms are gonna be facing each other. You're gonna curl your knuckles to your chest,
Okay.
keeping your elbows out. So I don't want you to pull back anymore. I want you now to work into this motion.
Okay.
So as I'm going here, and I want you to pause, keeping this, because now we're stabilizing the shoulders since we already did. We're gonna get 10 of those. Yep. Or one. And then I want you to focus in on squeezing both of those biceps. Right here. There you go. 2. Yep. Keep these elbows just like that. 3. There you go. Good job. Imagine it's like right up against the wall. Perfect. 4. Getting that mind and body connection, working it together. 5. 6. Good job. Yes. Is that okay? Yep. 7. Here we're going up a little bit on certain things. 8. But you're always, you let me know what you can do. 10. Good job. And you feel that. So when you concentrate, whenever we're working, I want you to focus on that muscle. So if I'm working the bicep, I just want, oh, okay, I'm going through the motions. Connect that mind to that muscle that we are working. That way you're in tune with your body even more. So now, this one, we're gonna have our hands in the same thing. We're gonna go 5 with the left leg, 5 with the right leg. Being staggered, because if this goes back, I don't want this to hurt your back. So as I'm out here, I'm gonna lock in my elbows like I have horns right here, and then I'm gonna press out. 1. And the joys about this is stable, so I have to work. My core has to maintain, as opposed to like I'm sitting on a bench or I'm sitting on something else. But you are right in here, and then you're pressing out, holding. And the 5 with the right one leg, 5 with the other leg. Now elbows in. Yep, and then elbows up. Yep, right in there. So you see them at eye level. Now your goal is to keep this right there and then pressing straight towards me. There you go. And you should be feeling that right in here. 1. Good. That's it. Yep. And then keeping those independent. There you go. 2. Because as it's independent, we're stabilizing those shoulders. Good job. 3. Perfect. 4. One more. And let's switch your stance. 5. Good job. Excellent control. Great. Good form. Making this easy. I'll be right back. No.
See if I just remember.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are just little things. Good. Excellent way to keep those elbows right in there, align with that eye. Excellent. How did that feel?
Yeah,
Felt that
yeah,
on?
it feels good, but I feel it.
So we're hitting 2 different things instead of doing 2 of the other same things. I want to create more options.
Working the bingo links.
Yep. So this next one, what I'm gonna have you do is I want you to stabilize. We're gonna work our core. And I want you to work your legs to stay into this position. So you're kind of like a golf swing, but holding this, stabilizing. Don't allow this to, see how my bands going here? So as soon as I do bands, I'm gonna have it come underneath and hold, because this wants to pull back. We're gonna go 5 reps. The deeper you can go with the lunge, the more it's gonna stabilize. Your quads are working out. Your glutes are gonna get a workout, your arms and your obliques. We just got specials all day. So widen that base just a little bit. There you go. Because once this goes in there, now imagine this is gonna go underneath, touching your ribs there, and then twist. And you can twist. There you go. 1. And then locking in this. Good job, man. Keeping that 2. And then try to go towards the ground a little bit more. There you go. 3. You feel that? Good, good, good. 4, and keeping this leg bent and keeping that straight right in there. There you go, 5, and it's okay to move that little bit. 6, you got 2 more. Good job. 7, 1 more. Good. 8, good. See your feet, everything's like working from the ground up.
So good to get this foot sink like down to.
So I would try to extend this one further out
Okay.
and have one leg straight. So as soon as I'm going out, it's gonna really wanna pull back. And then it's this leg just stays with that. Yep, just like that. And then it's okay to twist a little bit. There you go. Now try to get that band so it goes underneath. So maybe have this going towards the ground. There you go. 2, 3, good. Staying on that front leg, good. 4, 5. Good job. So you see how your legs are working, all of these. Now, last one here is we're gonna do a little bit more of a 2-step. So the further out, the harder it's gonna be, that you be the judge. So I'm gonna hold this like medium, I'm gonna go out 1, 2. What I don't want it to do is hold this over here. I don't wanna walk and then this is twisted. So I want you to imagine that this is a straight line with your nose to your belly button. Keep that aligned here. 1, 2. You be the judge where I go back, as long as it's not going back. And we're gonna go 5 steps.
5 steps up.
Yep, or 2 steps, but 5.
5 steps.
Yep. Thank you. See, you're understanding Jimmy. Yep. So right in your chest and center. 1, 2. Good. Now 2 back. 2, and then pause out on that one. Yep. Yep. No. So as soon as you go out, I want you to hold it. Okay. Now come back
Okay.
at the 2-step. Then pause right there. Good. 2 steps back. That's it. Yep. 2. Good. There you go. If you want it harder, take it further away. Easier, bring it closer to your chest. There you go. See how that changes that element? It's 4. 1 more. Good job. 5. Excellent.
Yeah, that's wild.
So when
It's
you can
like
go
I feel
straight.
from top to bottom, yeah.
My only 2-step country dance I made it do, so,
Me too.
yeah. But
I
it's,
like to dance, man.
yeah, oh my gosh. It's funny, when we got married, we took all the cha-cha-cha, the tango, the waltz, and I couldn't remember any of it. As soon as it was in there, and then I started, yeah, I was like, what? Then I just started shadow boxing my wife. People were like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, I don't know how to, I mean, we took weeks of, and I could do it with the instructor because the instructor was there, but I was like, oh my gosh, all of a sudden, it was the funniest thing. I was all, there you go, hold that right in the center. There you go. It's good control, slow and control. Excellent. There you go. Keep it right in that center at all times. There's 3. Good job. Good job.
That's easy. That's much more interesting.
So you can take this out a little bit
Okay.
more. So if
Yeah.
you're going in there, even if you would just hold this straight arms, but one thing when you were going in here, you would start here. So what am I
Okay.
leading in with my leg? So instead of leading in with my leg, lead in with
Okay,
my eyes, like, okay, I'm fixated on this,
okay.
as opposed, try that and see how that goes, and maybe taking it out as opposed to being tight, right in there. Yep, and then as that goes, good, but see, as you start curling in, now come back towards me, bring it towards you. Yep, there you go, yep.
I got you.
So when you were going, when it got harder, you
Okay.
pull in to not let this work as much.
Gotcha.
So
Okay,
maybe not stepping out as far as how we're gonna adjust
Okay.
those movements, you know what I mean?
Yep,
So
okay.
instead of like, oh, nope, let's keep it out here, well, let's maybe step half that step.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be a wide step because it's still working, it's just at a
Gotcha.
different range. Does that make sense?
It does.
So anything on, if you have old handles, and it could be dirt bike handles, and just put some,
Yeah, and I can buy like,
yeah,
even at like Dick's or Big
Yep,
Five, well, they're.
absolutely,
Okay.
yeah. Any handles that you
Okay.
just, you don't need anything fancy, you just need something, and then the carabiners, all at Harbor
Yeah,
Freight.
yeah.
Oh,
Different
yeah,
bands,
so,
different things, yeah.
and then the bands, like I said, these are one of the best tools because it gives you so many different things.
Yeah.
So now, we're gonna do a little stretch with the bands as well. So remember how we did it on the ground? And so if you guys can have it vertically, because that way you have way more options. I just don't have anything there and I don't have too much electrical stuff on that
Right.
side, so I'm like, ah. So just, and if you have it, I put it into studs and then the same things, all these little anchors
Yeah.
are all at Harbor Freight.
Okay,
You know what I mean? And these are just motorcycle tracks to tie down for motorcycles to hold
Okay,
down. So
yeah.
it was like, okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to sink down, your arms are gonna be straight as much. I want you to sink down with your bottom and like just allow this to like pull your strap, your back. And then we're just gonna lean here and I'm just gonna not pull, I'm just gonna lean, allow this tension to the stretch of my shoulders and all that. And we're gonna hold for like 20 seconds or so. And then, yep. So no pulling. Your arm workouts in there, you're like, huh? So if you need more resistance, step back. And then I want you to sink down with your bottom. I want you to feel this stretch along your back. So maybe even have your head going back further, head goes down. There you go. You feel how this elongates and it pulls you back. Good. Keep on going. Hold 10 more seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Now, if we hold it with one side and you're gonna twist, yep. And then just keep this arm, so you're just allow this to sink. Yes, good. Feel that stretch on the shoulder. Yep. Now, we're gonna go forward. And so, don't need to go very far. You're not gonna hold at no tension. But I just want you to walk. Allow this to come back. Okay, now. Those stretch on the back, on the shoulders. If that's too much tension, go with a lighter band. But there you go. So that's one of my Titanic goals right there. Yeah. So as that goes in, just breathing and just letting everything stretch out. Yeah, how do you feel?
I felt good.
It was a good, like, variations.
Awesome.
So bands or no bands. So I want you to do, so here's your homework. I want you to get within every day a 1 minute wall sit. I don't care if it's 20 seconds here, 10 seconds there, 15
And
seconds.
I think I have been doing it while I've been brushing my teeth just in the
Good.
bathroom.
Yep. And so now I want you to brush your teeth with the other hand. To get the neurological.
Okay,
Then back up on the right hand, we're ready to finish.
okay.
Because now we're just gonna try to incorporate a little bit more everything in there. So 1 minute wall
My
sit.
teeth might not be very clean.
No. And then I want you to hold a 30-second plank.
Okay,
And a plank, I want you to go independent,
yep,
not here. So as this goes here, and then whether it's right in here. But
30 seconds.
yep, whether it's on your knees, but, and I want you to have, if your back or anything's hurting, you're gonna adjust, I want you to engage that core. But I want you to, if your husband's around, or I want you to really focus in on like Oh, yeah, that straight back. So many people when they're on the plank, they're like, okay, here, this one, no, or here, or I'm like, no, or they're sagging down. I'm like, no, everything's gotta be straight. End up kind of, hands can be here or here, because this is gonna work. Everything. 30 seconds and 1 minute
Okay,
of that.
can do it. Challenge accepted.
There we go. And that's gonna be a daily ordeal.
Okay. I can
So
do
that way, it's like, you pick it wherever it's at, whether it's in between clients at work, or whether it's like, I'm gonna get up and brush, or I'm gonna get up and. You pick the time of day.
Awesome.
It
Thank you
worked.
very much. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. You did
Yeah.
great.
To come.